Hello, welcome to our science project by Nathan Hin and Nick Zong, the science behind battery longevity. So first, how do we get this idea?
My grandpa is a construction worker and he uses a variety of tools, many using batteries of some sort. I was with him on one of his work sessions and he used his flashlight many times, but after a while it died. So I started to wonder what was causing the battery to die so fast.
For our hypothesis, we predict that if the battery's cost is higher, it will last longer than the lower cost batteries. We predict that popular brands like Duracell and Energizer are more likely to be bought because of the brand's claim of more energy in their battery.
Now for our variables. The independent variable. The independent variables in this experiment are the different batteries we change when the battery dies. The dependent variable. The dependent variable in this experiment is how long the battery lasts. The controlled variables. There are two controlled variables in this experiment, and they are the motor and the arrangement.
So how do we do our experiment? Well, first, we use the motor and connect it to the battery base. The motor has a 5-gram load glued to the output shaft on the motor so it does not run for too long. Each battery test has the same load. We tested one battery for each test and tested each battery brand twice. We recorded the time and wrote notes for each stage. We also made our own battery from pennies, foil, and cardboard. We sanded down one side of the battery to expose the zinc filling while the flip side has a copper layer. I soaked cardboard circles in vinegar as a solvent so iron can travel from the negative to the positive side, creating volts. We used a sound sensor to test the battery and created 1.5 to 2 volts.
What did we find out? We found out about high drain and low drain. A high drain device are electronic devices that use a large surge of energy for a short amount of time. A low drain device is an electronically powered device that uses a small amount of energy over a long period of time.
Now, the graphs. So, next you'll see that there are two graphs that we made. On the left side, you'll see the first graph, which is the graph that shows different battery brands and how many minutes they last per penny. The right side, you'll see the graph that shows how long in minutes the batteries lasted running the motor with load in two tests. So that's the battery run life.
For our results, we found out that Power Flash, Duracell, and Energizer ran the longest with about 120 minutes. This proves why Duracell and Energizer are more name brand because the customers trust the battery. Power Flash was an unknown battery brand to us, and it shocked us as it outperformed every other battery.
Next, our conclusion. We conclude that name brands are very situational. Batteries like Duracell is a better hydrant battery like in cameras and flashlights as they only turn them on during specific times. However, Energizer is a low drain battery which would be better in clocks or watches, things that are always on. In our test, we also noticed that rechargeable batteries are better if you don't need batteries too often because their charge time is inefficient.
This experiment impacts our daily lives because it shows different battery brands' usages, differences, and efficiencies. It also tells us how to save money and get the most value in different situations.